what we think on some of them. Now, it'll be more of a casual kind of day for us here today. No crazy announcements like we normally do, but it will be more of just like a community bonding experience. What will happen? We'll go over some proposals together, and yeah, we'll share some thoughts. And there's a couple other things we'll talk about, but that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Now, before I get into it, Rojo, one of our community members, had a proposal that we're deciding is a good one that we're going to do, and that is the car wrap. He wanted to get his car wrapped, or his boss's car, or whatever car. So we're going to be reaching back out to Rojo probably sometime within the next day or 2 or 3 or whatever, and we'll go ahead and logisticate that, and we'll get the car wrap funded. And just wanted to let you guys know that that's something we're excited about. So I see Rojo's in here too, actually. So
let's go.
Yes, sir.
Have you started
Yeah, buddy. Woo!
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna start recording you right now. Yeah, so maybe you wanna say that again, or
Oh, okay.
yeah, go ahead.
All right, so welcome to Thursday's AMA. Today's going to be a little more of a casual hangout AMA. We're going to be going over some of the DAO proposals together as a community. We're also excited to announce that we're approving one of the proposals that was to get a car wrapped. So Rojo is the person who requested that, and we're going to go ahead and reach out to him and get that all logisticated and funded. So that's going to be the official first proposal that went through, even though it didn't meet the quorum. I was talking about the quorum. It's like 69 sextillion or whatever it is to get a vote passed legitimately. Obviously, that was just a test number that we put out there to see how many votes we'll get in the beginning, and obviously we don't get close to that many. So that quorum will be adjusted soon. It'll get lowered to a different threshold sometime in the near future. Just wanted to throw that out there too. But we're manually monitoring all of the proposals, and if it makes sense, then we obviously push them through just like Rojo's did. So anyway, with that being said, let me open up my browser here and we'll go through some.
So I gotta do this again, you guys. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Leo, but
yeah,
let's go. Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
It's
gonna be cool. What kind of car is it, Rojo?
I just got a little Jeep Patriot, so I get 28 miles to the gallon driving around all the time. So
nice.
I'm gonna have to purchase a new one though, just for this sake here.
Give me 1 second here, guys. My internet is still loading this up. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna pick some random ones because I really don't want to spend the next hour reading all of them. So I'll pick some random ones that have some decent engagement on it, and we'll go over those. If yours didn't get read today, then don't worry, you'll get read on the next one. But we're just going to dedicate maybe about a half an hour to doing this because I don't want to drag it out to something for the entirety of the AMA, right? So let's see, I'll pick one over here. All right, here's one I want to talk about, and this is one that 98% of the people voted for, right? So they want this to pass, and it's an obvious thing that everyone would vote for. But let's go over it, and I'll tell you guys a little bit of what I think about this. So this one's titled "Long-Term Holders." It says, "Hello, I'm Nikita. I'm a long-term, overly passionate ShibaDoge and burn holder. I've been a part of this wonderful, strong-willed family since February 6, 2022. I would like to make a proposal that I believe will instill more patience in us and new investors that join our community. As long as we all agree, I would like to propose that everyone who holds ShibaDoge for 6 months or longer be rewarded with ShibaDoge tokens, the final amount to be decided by our awesome devs. Also, if you hold ShibaDoge and burn for at least 6 months, I would like us to be rewarded with the following: tokens of each, or either a free Shiba Army / Doge Army, or even ShibaDoge Army NFT, depending on the availability. Just like a job, the more incentives that a hard worker is given, the more loyal they'll become to the environment they're in. One love to everyone, and always remember, we are stronger together. All right. So, unsurprisingly, there's about 4.3 sextillion votes to let this pass, right? So the community obviously wants it to pass. But let me give you guys a comment on why this wouldn't work and why it wouldn't be sustainable, and another counteract to how this is already happening. So the proposal is, if you hold for 6 months, you get rewarded with ShibaDoge tokens. Now, with the ShibaDoge project, you don't even need to hold for 6 months to get rewarded with ShibaDoge tokens. You could hold for 6 minutes and get rewarded with ShibaDoge tokens, because that's what already happens with the reflections, and that's what already happens with our tokenomics. So just by holding the token, you're already receiving tokens. Now, on the flip side, the other half of the proposal says if you hold Burn and ShibaDoge, you get NFTs. Now that would be cool, except each NFT, there's only 10,000 in each collection, and every 6 months, if we were to give thousands away, or even there's 25,000 holders, it would literally be impossible. So, as cool of a proposal it is, this is one that I don't see happening, just because it can't happen. So it wouldn't be sustainable whatsoever. And I mean, let's just be real, guys. It's not gonna. That's not gonna work out. So,
well, just keep in mind that the process. I mean, we are pretty good with. I think at least we do an amazing amount of giveaways. We do an amazing amount of incentives to people that are really strong contributors to the project.
Yeah, of course.
I do think that it was a great proposal. I think the idea of incentivizing long-term ownership is absolutely a great thing. So I think Nikita's on the same.
He's on the right track.
I do think that it is clear to us that we should probably, through our marketing, emphasize the reflections more and the meaning of why holding is beneficial to you, because the longer you hold, the larger and greater your position becomes. So I think that's already kind of like a natural element that you already said, which is good. But I think that, through the process, through the 6 months, I think we've already in our current stage have given away well over $300,000+ in Ethereum equivalents. I think probably even more than that at this point. I believe we did like a summary post on it on Twitter. So, we're not even a year in, so that number will probably be a lot higher. If you think about even all the NFT giveaways, and we're talking, probably even closer to 500,000.
Yeah, for sure. And then that number is growing literally every month, because we're always doing cool things to give back to the community, and we're going to continue to keep doing events like that throughout, as long as we can sustain doing them, right? So, nobody out there does it like we do. No one gives away the amount of giveaway prizes that we do, or the consistency of it, or anything like that. And if they do, then the requirements to participate are absurd, and it's only a small pool of people. So, we're very generous with how we run things there. All right, let's see another one. I wish these were dated. Some of them don't have a date. Let's see.
You have a date. If you click into the proposal, you should be able to see a start date for it.
Yeah. I meant like before you click in, but yeah. All right, let's see. We got one over here. I don't know if we went over this last time or not, but I doubt it. July 27th. So yeah, we probably didn't. All right. So this one is titled "Why Not?" It says, "Hello, I am Tony Dory. Most of you know me as a overly active, passionate, loyal admin of the ShibaDoge community. Over the months, I watched admins and members step up and fill roles within the community. I have struggled with finding a true role and meaningful purpose until a few weeks back, when I was going through my old edits I used for my marketing for a prior business I ran for over 3 months before selling it, or 3 years before selling it. The world of DeFi is a beautiful mystery. We don't know when we'll reach our full potential, or if we ever will in this space. I sometimes wonder what, when, and why with things in this space. Until now. My question is, why not? Enough ranting and chit-chat, I have an idea. I would like to help design snippets, logos, slideshows, and short videos for our community to show. I saw the enjoyment everyone had over the slideshows and basic edits I've put out, and I know that this will help reach more of an audience and put something in front of them that has some entertainment value. Entertainment, he writes. The action of providing or being provided with amusement or enjoyment. I would like to also teach and help the community gain experience and knowledge from it and swap ideas and edits possibly. The dream is to potentially run contests every day. The asking price is 3 ETH. Expense list. Laptop, 2. Software, 3. Subscriptions, 4. Paid promotions, 5. Emergency funding, about 20 to 30%. Emergency funding is so good. Instead of asking why is this a proposal, ask yourself why not. All right, so this is kind of 65% of people vote for, 33% vote to abstain. Now, I would like to leave this open for more people to vote. So, I mean, if you guys want to vote to push it through or abstain or against, I mean, feel free to go vote on it. My personal opinion is I like the idea of community members and admins stepping up to help, do community marketing, I like to call it. But, a lot of things are, in my opinion, taken care of by a marketing team that we currently already have. So anything that's already brought to the space from community is just something extra that helps no matter what. We already spend a significant amount of money to have a graphic designer, a hired graphic designer, and the marketing team that already does things like this. But by all means, I mean, if what people are building, if what Tony is building is bringing, immense value to the project and people are really, liking it and continuing to share these things, then yeah, it would definitely be something that we could consider. But yeah, I mean,
I would recommend that Tony resubmit this proposal just so that, because he did it only for a day. I mean, it was less than a day that people had to be able to vote on it. And we only had 11 voters. I'd like to get at least give it like a week or so, a little bit more time for people to actually get in and, maybe ask questions or think about it or.
Yeah, guys. And you're right, Alex, when you guys are putting your proposals in, give an adequate amount of time for people to actually, vote, because you're just limiting the votes by leaving it open for 24 hours. I would leave it open for, a week, 10 days, whatever the case is, just because, not everybody is checking their computer or their feed every single day. They might hop on once every couple of days and then do their thing. So, you don't want to limit yourself either. But, all in all, I think it's a cool proposal. I think you're already doing what you're talking about in this proposal, and we see it. The community sees it. Obviously, we love what you do for the community as well, Tony. So, I mean, just keep it up, and as it brings value, we'll definitely be able to see it, right? So do what Alex said, redo the proposal. I mean, you don't even have to redo it, just copy and paste it and leave it in for a longer period of time so people can actually vote. All right, let's see. Let's go on to another one. Okay, so here's one that started August 2nd. It's called New Nft Burn Mechanism. So this proposal says, I have an idea for a new burn mechanism of NFTs, which I want to present to you in the following. Imagine a NFT project with a mint price of, let's say, 0.25 ETH. But instead of going to the devs, the money will go inside the contract. Every NFT can then be burned and the owner will get back the mint price for their NFT. Additionally, there is also a 4% royalty on those NFTs when traded. This royalty will also go inside the contract and add to the return value for burning an NFT. This means that the floor price of those NFTs will constantly rise since the burn value increases every trade. But why should people trade these NFTs? As other collectibles, these NFTs will also have different traits, giving them different scarcity. For example, there will be one-of-ones. People will probably want to trade those if they are lucky enough to mint one. Additionally, the more NFTs that get burned, the scarcer they are overall. Moreover, the royalty will get distributed to less and less NFTs, resulting in a faster increase of floor price over time. Where is the devs' share? Since the devs do not get the minting cost, there will be an additional royalty of 5% for the devs. Moreover, 1% royalty will be used to buy back and true burn tokens. What are you voting on? You are voting on the creation of an NFT project that utilizes the above explained mechanisms. However, the number above is just an example and could be changed if the community decides to vote for this proposal. And he posted some pros and cons. So the pros: people can't lose money when minting the NFTs, besides gas fee. This could cause the NFT collection to mint out really fast. Due to the mechanism explained above, the price of the NFTs could skyrocket quickly. This could also create attention on the ShibaDoge and Burn project and the Shiba and Doge Army NFTs. Cons: if people don't trade the NFTs, the project won't really grow. People can't lose on this, but the devs would have lost the time they put into the creation of the project. Additional thoughts. These thoughts are not part of this vote, but instead are here to provide some more ideas on how this NFT collection could fit into your roadmap. As far as I am up to date, there is currently the plan to drop burn card holders special volcanic NFTs. This idea could be expanded by creating a full 10,000 item collection with the burn mechanism explained above. Each burn card holder would then receive will then get a free one of those collectibles, which could be burned for the minting price. These NFTs could, for example, display some doges with flamethrowers, Molotov cocktails, grenades, or other weapons suggested by the community. Another idea would be to make these collectibles available on Polygon, since there are plans to move to Polygon. The theme of the collectibles could then be one of an arrival army that discovers new territory. Alternatively, to creating a new NFT project, these mechanisms could be also implemented into the existing two NFT collections, the Shiba or Doge Army. The original minting price could be chosen as burn value. I am looking forward to seeing the results of this vote, no matter how they turn out. Thank you for reading through my proposal. Overjoyed Lupo. Okay, Overjoyed Lupo. All right, so
I have to say that I love the bit of detail.
Yeah, the detail was great. The detail was great. Okay, so I feel two ways about this. Part of me loves it, part of me hates it, which is perfectly fine. Looking through the results of what the community thinks, obviously there isn't like a crazy amount of votes, but the people that did vote, they voted against it. And that doesn't mean it's a bad idea. What it means is that it just needs to be tweaked a bit. I and everybody else on the dev team would definitely be the first to say that we won't release a new project until the time for the next expansion of our ecosystem is ready. And we still have a lot of steps to complete in order to progress into that next stage where we can actually introduce new products and new NFTs. We have a roadmap right now which includes the ShibaDoge Army and some other cool little things that we have hidden up our sleeves. But the entire concept I love. Having liquidity built into the NFTs is something that we've already experimented with and brought to the market with the burn cards. The burn cards actually have a built-in liquidity mechanism. You can incinerate your burn card and have burn tokens which have instant liquidity, right? So that's something we've already tinkered with in the past, and we love the whole concept of it. And we personally think that there is a big future in that utility. So I like that you were able to recognize that that idea is something that is valuable to the space. But in order for this proposal to work, or your idea to work, there would have to be, I mean, look at it like this, right? Why would people have to pay 0.25 ETH and then just be able to get their 0.25 ETH back when we could just do a free mint and nobody would have to pay anything, and you wouldn't have to liquidate your NFT to get your money back because you hadn't paid anything for it. So this thing could get definitely countered with a free NFT mint as well. So it would be the same process, and it would be way more appealing to the community just because you don't have to pay anything. It's just going to be there for free, right? So I get the whole idea of it. There definitely can be some adjustments and some twists and turns to it to make it a lot more viable. But I think I'm going to have to go with the community on this one. I would, if I were voting on this, I would probably vote against it too currently. Until some changes were made, and then I would probably be for it. So, yeah.
I was actually going to say the same thing, just because when I was reading it, the initial reaction I had was that you don't need to actually charge anyone for that. You can, instead of creating an entirely different structure for the NFTs, why not kind of do the same thing but enhance the value of the NFTs that already exist? So right. I think that would be, and we're already in that train of thought. That's kind of the road we're on, and that's the path we're on. So, we're looking at ways to add different layers to the ecosystem, and that's all going to tie in really nicely with the brand of the project, the IP of the project, and where the storyline goes to become something even greater than it is as of already. So I think it's an interesting concept, but again, I stand with the community as well. There's ways to accomplish this goal that enhances the value of the NFTs, benefits the token, and also accomplishes the goal that this proposer is trying to do.
Yeah, but all in all, I love the concept of it, and I love the amount of thought that you put into it, and it was a well-structured proposal. And I would definitely say keep your mind working in that same way, because that is a creative way of thinking, that is thinking outside of the box. And what we've learned in this space is you need to be creative. You need to keep coming up with ideas. You come up with 1,000 ideas, and you might not execute all 1,000 of them, but it just takes that one idea to work, right? So stay creative, continue to do what you're doing, and I think you're on the right track for sure. So we definitely appreciate the proposal. All right, let's read the next one. Let's pick, which one sounds cooler? This one sounds cool. Okay, so this one's titled ShibaDoge Kennel Platform. And this one was created about 6 days ago. Okay, let's see. Conceptual overview. We have two parties: owners of the ShibaDoge NFT and renters of the kennel. We have the normal staking seasons where you send your ShibaDoge to the war zone. Owners may wish not to send their ShibaDoge to the war zone, but leave it in the kennel for a season's rest or stay off duty. Owners can rent out their ShibaDoge NFT in the kennel platform. This may become necessary when the floor price of the ShibaDoge NFT rises to 1, 2, or 5 plus ETH in the future, or simply may be not affordable. This is mainly designed for those who cannot afford to buy the NFT, or cannot afford to add to their existing collection, but want some more benefits and staking rewards. Plus, give them exposure to the NFT ecosystem to enable them to see the benefits of owning an NFT in the future, as well as giving NFT owners some flexibility in how they can earn based on their needs and lifestyle at any given time. Here are the rules. Renters of the NFTs in the kennel receive the same staking reward as per normal in Warzone seasons, but have to pay the owner rent in ShibaDoge upfront first on day 1. Renters will only receive staking rewards during Warzone seasons, and the kennel is only live during this time. So off-season also applies to the kennel platform. The owner cannot stake their NFTs in the Warzone and rent it on the kennel platform at the same time. The owner's NFT is not locked into the platform and can be transferred or sold, but the NFT cannot be staked or rented until these periods of lease or war zones are completed. The amount of rent charged is set by the project as a standard one quad, for example, 1 quad per day per NFT, etc. This can be set according to private, sergeant, captain, general, 101, etc. The period of rent is set by the period of war zone seasons. Example, season 2 is 120 days, so the kennel is 120 days. Here are some incentives. The renter does not need to purchase the NFT. Just use ShibaDoge tokens to earn more ShibaDoge token rewards. Just as if you cannot afford to buy a Bored Ape, you buy ApeCoin, right? If you cannot afford to buy ShibaDoge NFTs, you buy ShibaDoge tokens until you're in a suitable position to do so. Depending on the ShibaDoge price, this could be an incentive for the owner to hold on to the NFT, receive ShibaDoge tokens upfront, and trade the token for liquidity instead of accepting a lowball offer on the NFT because they need liquidity. Maybe they need the tokens upfront to pay for bills, go on a holiday, buy the burn token, or even buy another NFT. Decisions. The renters have to decide, do I buy the NFT or just rent one from the kennel and receive rewards? Decisions is made depending on the current market price at the time. It's up to the owner to decide, do they want to send their ShibaDoge to the war zone or rent it out in a kennel, depending on their lifestyle or needs at the current time. Proposal benefits. Good exposure for the NFT side of the project, as there are more holders of ShibaDoge token than the NFT project. Also, this may be a good incentive for the holder not to sell, but still receive an income raising the NFT floor. Also, because the owner has to choose either to stake or send it to the kennel, this uses the same amount of token liquidity as if the tokens were normally staked in the war zone. So I guess there's still a little bit more here, but I get the idea of this. So I'll skip over to the summary. Summary is, owner receives 120 quads of ShibaDoge up front on day one. By leasing your NFT into the ShibaDoge kennel, the renter receives 285.6 quads of ShibaDoge at the end of 120 days. Okay, so the idea is cool, right? The idea is cool. It's kind of creating like a rental program for NFTs, which I don't know if, I'm sure it exists, but I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment on it, whether it exists or not. But I like the idea. The idea is cool. Now, is it doable? That's a developer question, a engineer question, right? Depending on how our contracts are built and how the staking has to work from owner or renter, that's something that would have to be looked into. So I don't know if it's possible to do, but I see how it could be valuable, where some people, like you're saying, they would need immediate liquidity or just want to rent out their NFTs instead of staking it. Don't know if there will be a big market for it, because I mean, if you're the NFT owner, you might as well just stake them yourself and get the tokens. But I could see this working in a different concept with, you know, down the line in the future, where the seasons are a little bit more different and there's more utility added, where, you know, people can actually benefit more than just, you know, earning tokens, and there's actually different utilities that are introduced into the ecosystem. Now with the community things, I mean, there isn't much votes on it, and it did just come in 6 days ago. Right now, it's like, it's kind of split up, right? 58% are against it, 40% are for it, from whoever voted. I like the idea. I'll be the first to say I like the idea of a rental program where, you know, people who own these NFTs are able to put them up for rent and, you know, accumulate a rental income. You know, Airbnb for NFTs, let's call it. The system to make it, that's in question, and I think they could be a little bit more bullish than having people rent it just for staking. I think there could be more things that could be added in the future that will make it more bullish, where you can also, you know, not just stake it, but actually bring it into the ecosystem and have it, interact with all the other things that we're going to have in the future as well with our NFTs. So this is something that I think we can probably entertain if it's executed properly and if it's even possible. But we would definitely change up a few things and we'd add a twist to it. But I think it's cool, man. I think it's cool. Let's see. Let's move on to another one. But I like that one, man. This one was actually pretty creative. Let's pick another random one. All right, looks like this one's a really new one. It just came out 3 days ago. It's called The Book of ShibaDoge, Tales from the Community, established 2021. It's important that we document our experiences of this wild ride in the ShibaDoge ecosystem. Wouldn't it be amazing if 100 years down the track, we'll have community members reading about the first holders in ShibaDoge? All of us should go down in history as the first holders. Each community member has an opportunity to publish their experience of how they came across ShibaDoge, when they first invested, how they feel about the community, or anything else that they want published in the history of ShibaDoge. Also, a chance to express who has been a positive influence in the community, the devs/admin, or a community member. It's up to the individual whether they want to dox themselves, add their social media, username, photo, etc. Each member has a max of X number of words available to have published. Time frame. Ideally, could be great to get the community input by the first anniversary to publish sometime during the second year. This could even just get started in the second year when we will have more community members. Cost. Funds used to manage a website for community members or an admin to receive the text via email. Whether this is published digitally, i.e., example, Amazon Digital Books, or an actual physical publication of the Book of ShibaDoge, future sales can be used to recoup the proposal cost. Time for an admin/community member to edit/review the text as appropriate, right? ShibaDoge to the moon, Elon Vitalik.e. Okay, cool. All right, this is cool. This is cool, and let me tell you why. I'm looking at this proposal, and the first thing that's coming to mind is like a high school yearbook or school yearbook, right? And I think that's pretty cool. I would definitely take out the part of people adding their social medias and doxing themselves, but obviously you could use your internet handle or whatever you want to call yourself, right? Or your Telegram name, your NFT number, or whatever you want to put. But obviously I wouldn't put anyone's personal info on this. And this could be something that is a yearly like NFT drop, right? Where everyone just fills out their info, puts a little message on there, like a little quote, just like a yearbook, and we publish it at the end of each year and send it out to the holders of the NFTs and the token as a free NFT drop, kind of just like a collectible through the years and create history, and we'll see who's along for the ride throughout the years, and who's still here, who's gone, who we remember, who's most likely to succeed, who's most likely to have all those cool, funny stuff that they have in the yearbooks. But I like the idea. I think it's cool. I think it definitely will create more of a social experience in the community as well. And I think we can cement a lot of people's beliefs and quotes on the blockchain forever. So I like it. I really like this one, actually. So that's something we can actually look into and see what can be done with that. It may not be something that happens immediately, but it will be something that I'll definitely do some research on, because a yearly yearbook for the project sounds pretty cool.
Are you looking at the Book of ShibaDoge, or which one are you looking at?
Yeah, the Book of ShibaDoge. But I was saying that.
It was. I mean, well, it wasn't that many. I mean, we're talking about 204 quints. So
Yeah, there isn't that many votes on it. It just came out 3 days ago. So
yeah, 5 voters. Oh yeah, that'll be.
yeah.
Well, you probably just skewed the minds and hearts of the community.
Well, I think it's cool. I really, yeah. I mean, everyone has their own vote, right? And I think my vote is. I like it. I like the idea because I have all my yearbooks from the short period of time I went to school, and I look back
I
and
think what would be, you know, what would make this proposal even more bullish and more crazy?
what?
I think you literally make it an NFT.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It would be an NFT on the blockchain. It would be sent over to all the holders on that given year, right? So we'll take a snapshot. We'll see who's the current holder, and then they would receive that NFT, that yearbook. And yeah, it would just be something cool. It wouldn't be anything that has like any intrinsic value or anything to it. Where I mean, it could, but that wouldn't be the point. The point would be for it to serve as a memory and as like a yearbook. And I think it's cool. I really like the idea.
It'd be great if it was like a claim thing. If you held ShibaDoge tokens, or if you held the NFT, you can get the NFT edition. You can get the.
Yeah, you could just go claim it off of our website or something. Yeah, it could definitely be something like that. And people can like, we'll leave it open for the whole year, right? So we'll be like, okay, so we leave it open from March to, let's say, November, and people can fill in their quotes and fill in their names and whatever else they want to put in there, and then we'll close it and have it ready by the end of the year each year. So that'll be cool. I mean, something we have to look into, but I like it. Let's see what the community thinks and see if we can get their vote and their take on it. All right, let's read one more. Let's read one more, and then we'll move on to a couple other things. I read that one. All right, let's read this one. Did I read this one already? No, I didn't. Okay, so this one's titled ShibaDoge Family Platform. Conceptual Overview. Help our ShibaDoge NFT community become more engaged with each other. Help bring holders of Doge Army and Shiba Army NFTs together from a community sense other than just to breed your NFTs. Raise the NFT floor by creating an incentive in the community to hold. Holders of NFTs can form dog packs in the ShibaDoge family platform. A dog pack is created by a leader on the platform. Anyone can be a leader of dog packs and can ask other holders to join their pack provided they qualify to become a leader. Rules. The rules for becoming a leader of the pack is that the owner must have one NFT from each rank: Private, Air Force, Sergeant, Marine, Captain, Ranger, General, Navy SEAL. The one of one is not required. However, any holder of a one of one can instantly become a dog pack leader without needing to hold any other ranks. There are no money rewards for forming the pack or being in a dog pack. This is purely a community incentive to hold or delist your NFT. Once an NFT is put up for sale or sold, the NFT is no longer a part of the pack. It is up to the new owner whether or what pack to join, or if their new holdings qualify them to become a leader. A holder who has more than one NFT can be in multiple dog packs to encourage more engagement. You do not need anyone's permission or requirements to join a dog pack. This should be easily a matter of adding your ShibaDoge NFT to the pack on the platform. The platform does not transfer the NFT anywhere on the blockchain. It reads the token as joining the pack. This may be done by simply signing from the owner's wallet. Technicalities to be investigated. Oh, that was a question. The leader can give the dog pack a name so it is identifiable on the platform and ask others via social media to join, or etc. Incentives and benefits. The larger / or more dog packs we have can be a measure of how tight the community is and number of NFTs for sale at any given time. The term delist your NFT is changed to join the dog pack. The incentive is that holders band together with a community promise of not leaving their dog pack by selling their ShibaDoge NFT. Once a holder becomes a member of a dog pack, the platform can give the option of sending out a tweet, quote, "I just became a member of ShibaDoge family pack XXX, etc." This engagement and activity will also give the project more exposure on social media. Alternatives. We can also change the term dog pack to any theme like dog military unit or dog platoon to keep with the NFT combat theme. There are many ways this can be done, and the community should discuss the ideas further and even submit their own proposals to help raise the NFT floor and create community engagement. The cost is to be decided to develop the platform, and this is posted again by elonvitalik.e. Cool. So I like this kind of idea, and I see it working during the off seasons of staking. I don't see it working during the actual staking seasons that are live, because the people's NFTs, their holdings are actually being held by the staking contract rather than themselves. So that may be something that conflicts with being able to recognize who owns what, because you're not holding it in your wallet at that point, you're holding it in the staking contract. But I do think it something like this, an idea of this sort, can be something that would be viable and workable on the off seasons, for the short periods of time that we have off seasons at the end of each season. And I think it would be a cool community program to keep people busy and keep people entertained, and bring some value to the off season as well. So I really think that there is an idea here. I think there is a good idea here. I think it needs some tweaking for sure, and I think it does need some development. But I personally can see this working during the off season, and it could be something that people look forward to at the end of each season as well, depending on how successful and fun it is, right? Or it could be a part of a given dog pack, or a small group of community members that just come together and do things together, right, in a sense. But then again, we're already doing it, but if you hold together, then I guess it makes it more fun, right? Yeah, I mean, I like it. It definitely needs some more planning, though. I think it could be something that could be done for a very low cost. So as far as the price goes, the TBA, I don't think it's going to cost a lot to create something like that. I just would want to probably think more about how we can implement it and how we can add some more utility to it. Okay. All right, that's the last one that I'm going to read for today. We'll read more of these in the future. Like I've discussed in the weeks prior, Max and I have been actually working on kind of doing a different concept for the way that we present these proposals. And it's something that we're still currently working on. I don't mind doing them this way, where I come on and read them to you guys, and we kind of discuss them or whatnot. But I personally think that it can be way more fun. I can see this being kind of boring, for the community and people to sit and just listen to me read stuff, even though the stuff we're reading is pretty cool and pretty engaging. I can see it being way more funner. It's just something that's a work in progress. So we're gonna have to.
I think it's like people love hearing your voice, Leo. I gotta say, that's definitely. I mean, I kind of was soothing. It was like almost meditative. But I think I think you're right about it. We can make it more fun. It would be cool if you kind of give sort of like, now that we've seen a number of proposals. I actually am very impressed to see a lot of really critical proposals that actually have a lot of thought to them. That's kind of exactly what I hope for. So it's good to see that. Good to see the community is actively participating. But I'm almost wondering if maybe we can give some kind of guidance on some of the proposals we want to see that's going to make it fun, or some things that are just like absolute, just we should be having our community be participating in and kind of proposing. Why don't you maybe kind of say that, give an outline a little bit.
Right. Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, we always talk about what we want to see and what we expect. But the thing is, it's all creativity, right? A lot of these ideas are people who are thinking critically and thinking outside of the box to, attempt to bring value to the ShibaDoge community. And that is the important thing. And it's all based on opinion. Some things that I like, maybe the next person won't like, and vice versa. So what I personally think is something that needs to be focused on. Sorry, let me turn on my do not disturb, because my phone is blowing up for some reason here. There we go. All right, what I think people should be focused on is coming up with proposals that would engage outside eyes to come into ShibaDoge, right? Which is something that we're putting together a master marketing plan, a very big marketing plan that will happen in the future. But that doesn't mean we don't need the help of the community. We will always need the help of the community. A million voices is stronger than one. 2 voices is stronger than one. You get the point. So I think what I'd like to see is more proposals from the community of how you guys think we should outsource some of our marketing to get new people in, right? Even though we have an idea of what we want to do, and we're working towards a pretty big thing that we're going to be releasing here in the future for marketing, I want to know what catches your guys' attention when you guys are out there scouring the web and you see something and it really drags you in and makes you click on it and read about it and engage. So that's some feedback that I would want to see. And then I would want to see some proposals on how we can put our own twist to those things, because if it works on you, then that means it works on thousands of other people, and there are a lot of like-minded people in this space. So we would definitely need the community's help with bringing more proposals like that to the table. And a lot of it is just like basic stuff too, guys. I mean, a lot of people, I feel like in these proposals, they try to structure it out way too much. And now I want as much detail as you could possibly give, but I don't want it to be forced either. So you see, like I read a few proposals today, and I actually liked a lot of them. But a lot of things that I felt were in there were kind of extra, like they felt forced. And a lot of things I feel like they could work very, very well with some tweaks and minor changes, like the yearbook thing and even the last thing that we read. So I want you guys to get more passionate about it, and just know that we are reading these and they are inspiring us and they are giving us great ideas. Regardless whether even if the entire community votes against your proposal, there may be one paragraph in that proposal that sparks something that's massive in the future, and you would know, like, oh wow, that's an idea that I had. And that's the power of what the DAO proposals can bring. It's a place where people can actually share their thoughts and what they think would work and help the community grow. And whether it gets adopted or not, it doesn't matter. Any kind of knowledge shared is knowledge earned. So we read everything, and everything has a place. So even if the entire proposal doesn't make sense, sometimes that small segment might make so much sense that it sparks a completely new movement, right? So it's very important to keep staying active in there. Also, I mean, people will be awarded for the proposals that go through. Like Rojo is going to be the first proposal that is actually picked up, and we're going to be in the future seeing a car wrapped in ShibaDoge, cruising around wherever it's cruising around. So that's something exciting to see. And if you're in that same city that Rojo is, and you guys are attending a event and you see the ShibaDoge car, you're going to be like, whoa, we know that. That got funded through the DAO, and we're part of that. So I don't know. I like it. I think it's going to work. And the main thing is, I mean, we set up that fund for this reason, to be able to fund things like this. And we're going to continue to keep reading these, continue to keep interacting with them, and that's just, it's only going to get better and better as more people interact with it. And I feel like since we've started to now, people are getting more of a better idea of what kind of proposals we want to see, because some of the proposals that I've been reading recently are way better and way more structured than when we first started. So I think we're progressing in the right direction for sure. Let's see, there's something I wanted to bring up here. Hold on 1 second, bear with me here, guys. All right, let's load this up here. Okay, so the Doge army is sitting at a 0.45 floor right now. So we're back up to almost half an ETH on the Doge army. That's great. I mean, how many does it even stay over here? How many are listed? 90 NFTs out of 10,000 NFTs are listed for sale. 90. What is that? Less than 1%? Let's check ShibaDoge. Or Shiba Army, I'm sorry. So that was the Doge army. Let's check Shiba.
That's actually pretty nuts, Theo, because there's only 6,907 Doge army troops deployed on active duty right now in the Doge extraction operation.
Yeah,
so
I know.
There's like 3,000 plus people that are just haven't even listed it. That they're just like, okay.
Yeah, they're just holding it. Yeah. Which, I mean, only 90 up for sale. Now get this, check this. There's only 27 Shiba Army NFTs listed for sale. And the floor on the Shiba Army NFTs are doing great too. They're up to 0.27 right now. And then, the floor is super thin. I'm looking at, there's one for 0.265, and then it goes to 0.3, and then the next one after that is 0.4. So people are holding on to these, man. I mean, they're only 27 out of what, 6.8K listed? This is crazy. By the way, tomorrow, Friday, 5 p.m. PST, we're gonna close the event, the Mint Monday special that was going on through the whole week. We're gonna close that, and then we'll spend the next few days putting everything on the wheels and setting up the giveaways. And we're gonna aim to do the giveaways on Monday. During the Monday AMA, so we'll aim to do that. Hopefully we can finish and put everybody on the list by then, but I think it's easily going to be done. If not, we'll let you guys know prior. If we don't do it on Monday, we'll do it on Tuesday. I'll hop in for like a special just giveaway AMA with Josh, and we'll go ahead and do that. Josh is going to be helping us out with the wheel. So we're doing great, guys. I mean, we want to get to this next reveal. What are we at exactly? Hold on, let's see. Right now we're at 68.44. So there still needs about 150 NFTs to reach the 7K mark to get the reveal. With the giveaways and whatnot, we're obviously going to be minting some to give out to you guys. So hopefully we get close to the 7K mark, because I do want to see another reveal. We'll see how it goes. We're still right now deciding whether we want to go back to the once a week minting concept. We may or may not decide to do that. I think we're probably leaning more towards actually going that way, just because it'll give us more time to come up with cool incentives and deals for you guys. I feel like you guys like the minting deals every Monday, but I mean, we're probably just going to have to go back to once a week. We're going to be discussing that over this weekend and seeing what we come up with. So if we do end up going with that, it'll just be on Mondays again. If we don't, then we'll obviously leave it open for the remainder of the season, but we'll let you guys know what we decide, after this weekend. But I think we're doing great, guys. I think we're doing great. We're 70% sold out pretty much of the Shiba army. You have the ShibaDoge army around the corner coming, by season 3, and a lot of cool advancements and a lot of we have a very cool system that Peter is actually super bullish about. And when Peter is real bullish about something, then it's going to be something cool. So we're working on something that you guys are going to really like, and it hasn't been done before. There's really no NFT project out there that's ever took it this far that we're taking it with the future of our ecosystem and the future of the user interface and interaction and the gamification that's going to be coming with the NFTs in the future. So if you think about it, you're extremely early to the party. There's still a lot of things that are going to be brought to the table as far as utility goes. Alex one day wants to build a layer 2 lending program. I'm just kidding. He does not want to do that.
No, I want to stray away from the lending protocols. I keep seeing bad things about them, but yeah, if we could build the next Web3 Disney out of ShibaDoge, I'll be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. And then we have some actually cool like graphical and I've been talking about the storyline, and Alex is the top dog when it comes to the storyline. And there's some very, very, very cool things that are going to happen with the storyline. I know we've already shared some of the synopsis of what the story is going to be about, obviously with the Dogium and the fusions and everything that are going to happen. But there is a cool lore, and the lore is going to play into a lot of the factors of what happens in the seasons, moving forward, right? So if you haven't read any of the lore, it's probably because a lot of it is not released, but we've made some Twitter posts about it. So go ahead,
anyone
Alex.
is curious about where the NFTs and what is underlying the NFTs, with the first utility being the war zone and being able to receive tokens for deploying your troops, that's one element of it. But you're basically participating in what I consider to be one of the first real-time franchises that are built and actually owned by the community. So I think that that's where NFTs are going to be going. And instead of us waiting for somebody else to do it, we're going to be the ones to do it. And every one of the NFT owners that we have today who are part of our ecosystem are going to be owners of that franchise. They basically are participants in something that's being created that is entirely new and can only be done in Web3. So I'm excited. I can't wait. It takes time. We have our seasons for a reason, but that time is giving us all the allowance for us to make something really great.
100%. Let's open the floor up for some questions, comments, concerns. Let's see. We got Boiler Reaction. What's up, Boiler?
Well, yeah, before you jump in with with questions, I actually wanted to just say, if you check your messages, I want to say that we are planning a large campaign for the end of August and September, which are going to be really great rewards for shilling. We're going to have some really big shilling incentives. We're going to also have incentives and rewards for activity that takes place in the chat. So big giveaways that are going to be happening and we've got a big campaign that's going to drive a large amount of interest. So our most active members are probably going to receive, some nice juicy giveaways coming here pretty soon. Just want to say that as a heads up.
Yeah, and there's different ways we're going to be tracking that activity. There's Telegram actually tracks activity as well of users, and then obviously Twitter, and there's different ways that we're going to be doing that as well. So our most active community members will definitely get rewarded when it comes down to that. But yeah, I mean, as Alex was saying, like I was saying earlier as well, there's going to be a big marketing push that we're working on, and we're putting the final pieces together. So it's best to be prepared. Like I was talking about in the last AMA, if you're prepared, you don't have to get prepared. You're ready. So always be ready, guys. I mean, always make sure you're up to date with what's going on, and just interact with the community, be a part of the community, and help it grow and help it thrive. And you scratch the community's back, the community will scratch your back. So that's the way that this works. And strength is in numbers. So we have to continue to be one unit. We have to move together as a unit in order for things to work out. Any questions, guys? Go ahead and raise your hand. TD. What's up, TD?
Hey Leo, thank you for reading all of the proposals. I think it's very tiresome after some point reading so many of them, but you are very patient and you took time to read a whole bunch. My question is, a couple of months back, right? We community banded together and did a burn event with you all, which you all also participated in. It, so you contributed a bit, and we all did almost 1.2 or some number there, 6 million burn, right? The question is, at that point you said maybe we will do a few more of these kind of things. Any idea or guidance when is the next burn, something like that, where community can come participate and do some burn, and that attracted, I'm thinking, a lot of new members at that particular time. I think we were at 700 or so, 16,700, and we went to about 15 or 1600.
Right.
So it
So-
attracted a lot of new members as well as the price.
Yeah, the burnathon.
impact.
The burnathon was definitely a cool, successful event, and there will be more burnathons. I don't have an exact date for when the next one will be, but keep in mind that I will share with you guys that we do have a marketing plan that's coming up for burn as well. So for anybody that's wondering, we have something that we're working on on burn as well. So it may fall in line with that marketing strategy when we start bringing some more pumping some more marketing dollars into burn and pushing the word of burn out there a little bit more. We may tie in the second burnathon with that event. So I don't have an exact date for that just yet, but as we progress, I'll keep you guys posted with information on when the next one will be.
I think you unmuted boil extraction. Leo.
Yeah, boiler reaction. If you have a question, you can unmute your mic. Maybe not. All right, let's bring up Snags. What's up, Snags?
Hey Leo. Hey Alex. How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you, man?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Leo, I have a question with regards to the breeding.
Sure.
You know how you had mentioned in the past that if someone used an NFT for breeding and they put it up for sale on OpenSea, it will still carry the utilities moving forward. However, someone who buys it will not be able to breed it again. Would you guys have something that would classify that so that way if a new user gets excited and they see this cool breeding happening and they're like, oh my god, let me scoop one up, but then they buy it and then they're all pissed off because like, well, why did I buy this? I can't use it.
Yeah. Yeah, there definitely will be something to let you guys know whether that NFT has been bred or not. So it would never be a gamble. You would never have to take a guess whether you can breed it or not, right? So we'd actually put it out there, whether it's on our front end or whether we can add it as a trait on OpenSea. You'll know whether that NFT has been bred or not.
Okay. Raise your hand, guys.
I'm just looking at the floor prices, Leo, and it's crazy that there's so many projects that follow the same sort of trend. It's like you get the typical hype projects. I feel like we've made it past such an important milestone, like such an important gate, like just like a barrier, that if you cross that barrier, you're kind of set in stone as being like a long-term project. Because you look at some of these projects that get so much hype, and then it's like overnight they're just worthless. And
right.
To see we've just been able to just maintain and also have the community actually actively participate with their NFTs, like use them, be a part of it, and be proud of them, like longer than like a week when the hype period's over is kind of, to me, I think that's a big accomplishment.
Oh, 100%. I agree with you 100%, man. once you make it past a certain threshold, and it's like milestones and goals. Like once you reach those goals, then you've cemented yourself into that ladder of success that the project has. So, I mean, it's great to see it mature, and it's great to see it progress as it is. And the coolest thing about it is, this is like the tip of the iceberg of where we are right now compared to where we're going to be, as new things progress and come out into the space, and obviously with metaverse integrations in the future and everything else. So I'm just super excited to be a part of it, man.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing with the tokens too. And Peter always says it. It's like once you get past that, like, first few months, 3 months, 6 months, those are critical times. After that, you're a household name. And I would argue there's a lot of the core DeFi investors who, a lot of the Telegram people I already know that definitely, at the very least, have come across ShibaDoge at least once. So let's just say we're on their watch list. That's for sure.
Definitely. And if you're not following watch lists on Twitter, you should definitely go follow watch lists on Twitter. It is a official product brought to you by the ShibaDoge Labs team. It is at watch lists with the letter C at the end. And yeah, I mean, we just share unbiased news on there, everything to keep you up to date with Web3 development, tokens, projects, Bitcoin, DeFi, tech, everything, all kinds of news. Just go ahead and shoot us a follow, and I mean, you'll learn something new every single day. That's for sure. Literally every day.
I love the plug on that word, which I didn't even think that you were going to do that. I didn't even realize it, but that's awesome. The idea with watch list, what's going to make watch list so powerful for our community is by being a trusted news platform, by being a trusted source for crypto news. As right now, as an aggregator, it's bringing news from all different places in the world, all different websites that are vetted, and we tend to think are quite reputable. We're vetting it on top of that. And so as that builds up and we promote that, and we have a big promotional program for that as well, we're going to bring in so many new people that have never heard of ShibaDoge, but are going to be extremely interested in all things in DeFi, Web3, NFTs. And we're going to be able to use that as a platform to forever bring information about our project to a wide audience of people that really believe in crypto as a whole. So it's sort of a reverse angle approach. Phase one of it is that we're sticking with the Twitter approach. We think that's a natural, obvious way, and phase one of the roadmap for that project. Phase two is going to be other social expansion, and then phase three is going to be a full-blown website with actual custom content and handwritten content by ShibaDoge Labs teams members, and it's going to be our commentary on what's happening in the world. So it's going to become a very important piece to the actual ecosystem. It's going to hopefully have a wide audience of crypto investors that are going to be looking at, what kind of projects are doing something different in the space, and we're going to have that platform to promote what we're doing.
100%. And I think, like you said, as that grows, that brings more attention to everything else that we're building in the space, and more credibility as well, knowing that, we are a trusted news source as well for thousands of people out there. So it's just another way of attaining new eyes and bringing new faces into the project, while also at the same time doing something good for the Web3 community and for the tech community out there. So it's a win-win situation, no matter how you look at it. And we're gonna do our best to scale it to be a massive household name.
Nice. Rojo, go ahead and mute yourself.
Hey guys, I just wanted to tell the community thank you for everything. Thank you for voting the proposal there. Thank you for the devs. You guys are doing a great job. I think I was number 641 on Etherscan, purchasing some ShibaDoge back in January. I've been following you guys since. This is an amazing project, and let's just take it where we can go. 888 years, that's what you're looking for, and that's what I'm looking for too, for my generational income for sure. Thank
100%, 100%. Alex keeps telling me, he says, dude, you got to stop smoking that vape if you want to live 887 more years. So So I guess one day I'll have to quit vaping to make it all the way to the end.
That's
Yeah,
a good
definitely.
idea, man.
And yeah, definitely got to stop hitting the vape for sure. But yeah, I'm looking forward to talking to you guys later this week. Hopefully, you'll reach out and we'll get some plans in place here.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
How long do you think it's going to take to get the wrap done?
I'm gonna have to contact them and get a definitive time frame, so I'm not driving my Dodge Ram around 100 miles a day.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could probably start working on the process of finding out as much information as you can, length, cost, how long it's going to take, and all that, and then just relay that information back to us. But we'll reach out to you. We'll make a group chat with you, and then we'll get everything started. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Cool, man. And then obviously, if just vet any message you get and make sure it's us. Just I don't want to see anybody get scammed for anything, even though we're having a conversation, right? So,
Absolutely.
yeah, for sure, brother.
I don't know. I DM'd all you guys before a couple days ago. I'm not sure if you guys read that because I know I'm sure you get a lot of DMs. But Peter said he'd reach out and send that up to everybody. But we'll go that route for sure.
Yeah, you DM me. I'm just gonna reply back saying yo right now, just so we know that's the same one. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, we got you, bro.
All right, all good. Thanks, man.
Cool, brother. Thank you. All right, guys. I mean, if there's any other questions, speak up. If not, we'll just go ahead and wrap it up and be back on Monday here on Voice.
Do I have a question? No.
No other questions. Okay, we'll just wrap it up here. Thank you guys for joining Thursdays. I don't want to call it an AMA because it was more of a just a casual kind of event today, but let's call it an AMA, whatever. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. We're going to be in the chat all weekend as well, so feel free to tag us if you need to ask any questions. And as always, if you miss Doge, that sucks. If you miss Shiba, that also sucks. If you miss ShibaDoge and the Doge Army NFTs and the Shiba Army NFTs and the ShibaDoge Army NFTs that are not out yet but will be out very soon, then unfortunately,
And the burn token.
and the burn token and watch lists on Twitter and watchlist.com and then all the other cool things that we're going to come out with in the future, then unfortunately, you suck.
You suck.
All right, guys. I love you all. Have a safe weekend. I know it's not the weekend just yet, but you guys will approach the weekend one way or another. Have a safe weekend. Have a fun weekend. Make sure you guys stay productive, stay cool, and I'll catch you guys next time in here. So, peace.
Peace.
Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one, Alex.
Have a great one, guys.